Welcome to English Cartoon 2.2 million.
Once upon a time, in a colorful toy store nestled in the heart of a bustling city, there lived a bright and bouncy ball named Benny. Benny wasn't just any ordinary ball. He was filled with boundless energy and a sense of adventure that set him apart from the rest. Every day, Benny sat on the shelf alongside his fellow toys, eagerly waiting for someone to come along and give him a chance to show off his impressive bouncing skills. But despite his enthusiasm, Benny often found himself overlooked by the other toys, who were bigger, shinier, and more flashy than he was. One sunny morning, as the toy store buzzed with excitement, Benny spotted a group of children browsing the shelves, their eyes alight with wonder. Determined to catch their attention, Benny summoned all of his strength and bounced higher than he ever had before, soaring through the air with grace and agility. The children gasped in amazement as Benny performed his dazzling display, their faces lighting up with delight. Without hesitation, they plucked Benny from the shelf and took him home, eager to embark on an adventure with their newfound friend. As Benny bounced along with the children, he felt a sense of joy and excitement, unlike anything he had ever experienced before. Together, they explored the world outside the toy store, rolling down grassy hills, skipping stones across sparkling streams, and chasing rainbows across the sky. But as the day drew to a close and the sun dipped below the horizon, Benny realized that his adventure was only just beginning. With the children by his side, he set off on a journey that would take him to the farthest reaches of their imagination. Through magical forests and enchanted castles, Benny and the children laughed and played, their spirits soaring as high as Benny himself. They encountered fantastical creatures and embarked on daring quests, their bond growing stronger with each passing moment. But amidst all the excitement and wonder, Benny couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. Deep down, he longed to find his true purpose in the world, to discover where he truly belonged. One moonlit night, as Benny and the children sat beneath a blanket of stars, they shared their hopes and dreams with one another, their laughter mingling with the gentle rustle of the wind. And as Benny listened to their stories, he realized that his greatest adventure of all was simply being with the ones he loved. With newfound clarity, Benny bounced higher than he ever had before, his heart filled with gratitude and joy. For in that moment, he knew that he had found his true purpose to bring happiness and laughter to the lives of those around him. And so, as the night faded into dawn and the stars faded from view, Benny and the children returned home, their hearts full of memories that would last a lifetime. And as Benny sat on the shelf once more, he knew that no matter where life took him, he would always cherish the adventure he had shared with his beloved friends. For Benny, the bouncing ball had discovered that the greatest adventure of all was the journey of friendship, love, and self-discovery that lay ahead. And with each bounce, he embraced the boundless possibilities of the world around him, ready to embark on his next great adventure. As Benny's journey continued, he and the children encountered challenges and obstacles that tested their courage and determination. From navigating treacherous terrain to facing fearsome adversaries, they relied on each other's strength and resilience to overcome every hurdle in their path. Along the way, Benny discovered new talents and abilities he never knew he had. He bounced higher and farther than ever before, his boundless energy and enthusiasm inspiring those around him to never give up, no matter how tough the journey became. But amidst the excitement and adventure, Benny also learned valuable lessons about empathy, compassion, and the importance of helping others in need. Whether it was lending a helping bounce to a fellow toy in distress or offering a comforting bounce to a child feeling scared or lonely, Benny discovered that true heroism came not from the height of his jumps, but from the depth of his heart. As their journey neared its end, Benny and the children found themselves standing on the precipice of a towering mountain, their destination shimmering in the distance like a beacon of hope and possibility. With one final, triumphant bounce, they leaped into the unknown, their spirits soaring as they embraced the adventure that lay ahead. And as they reached the summit and gazed out at the breathtaking vista before them, Benny realized that the greatest adventure of all was not the destination itself, but the journey they had shared together. for in the bonds of friendship and the warmth of love, he had discovered the true magic of life itself. As they made their way back home, Benny and the children carried with them memories that would last a lifetime, memories of laughter and joy, of courage and resilience, and of the extraordinary adventure they had shared together. And as Benny sat once more on the shelf in the toy store, surrounded by his beloved friends and the children who had become like family to him, he knew that no matter where life took him, he would always cherish the journey that had brought him here. For in the end, Benny the bouncing ball had discovered that the greatest adventure of all was not found in far-off lands or daring escapades, but in the simple moments of love, laughter, and friendship that filled each and every day. And with a bounce and a smile, he was ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead, knowing that as long as he had his friends by his side, the journey would always be worth it. As Benny's adventures continued, they took on a magical quality that seemed to blur the lines between reality and imagination. They traveled through enchanted forests where trees whispered secrets and fairies danced in the moonlight. They sailed across sparkling seas on a ship made of dreams, guided by the stars above. Each new destination brought with it its own set of wonders and challenges. In the land of the giants, Benny bounced alongside towering trees and colossal creatures, feeling small yet brave in the face of such grandeur. In the kingdom of the mermaids, he dove beneath the waves to explore hidden treasures and befriend colorful sea creatures. But amidst the excitement of their travels, Benny and the children also encountered moments of quiet reflection and introspection. They sat beneath starry skies, sharing stories and dreams as they pondered the mysteries of the universe. They climbed to the highest peaks, breathing in the crisp mountain air as they marveled at the beauty of the world below. And through it all, Benny discovered that the true magic of their adventure lay not in the extraordinary sights they beheld, but in the ordinary moments they shared together, the laughter and camaraderie, the shared hopes and fears, the bonds of friendship that grew stronger with each passing day. As their journey drew to a close and they returned home once more, Benny knew that he had been forever changed by the experiences they had shared. He had discovered courage he never knew he had, faced challenges he never thought possible, and forged friendships that would last a lifetime. And as he sat on the shelf in the toy store, surrounded by his fellow toys and the children who had become his dearest friends, Benny felt a sense of contentment wash over him. For he knew that no matter where life took him next, he would always carry the memories of their great adventure in his heart, a reminder of the boundless possibilities that awaited those who dared to dream.
In a quaint little village nestled amidst snow-capped mountains, there lived a cheerful snowman named Frosty. Frosty wasn't just any ordinary snowman. He was known far and wide for his warm heart and friendly demeanor. Despite his chilly exterior, Frosty melted the hearts of everyone he met with his infectious laughter and kind spirit. Every winter, when the first snowflakes began to fall, Frosty would come to life, greeting the villagers with a hearty wave and a jolly smile. He loved nothing more than spreading joy and laughter throughout the village, especially during the festive holiday season. One year, a particularly magical winter arrived in the village, transforming the entire landscape into a sparkling winter wonderland. The trees glistened with icicles, and the rooftops were blanketed in a thick layer of snow. It was a sight to behold, and the villagers couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and awe. As the winter festivities approached, Frosty decided to make this year's celebration extra special. With the help of his animal friends from the forest, he set out to decorate the village with twinkling lights, festive garlands, and colorful ornaments. Together, they worked tirelessly, stringing lights from tree to tree and adorning the village square with glittering decorations. Frosty even enlisted the help of some mischievous squirrels to create a magnificent snow sculpture in the center of the square, capturing the magic of the season in frozen form. When the villagers awoke on the morning of the winter festival, they couldn't believe their eyes. The village had been transformed into a dazzling winter wonderland, more beautiful than they had ever imagined. And standing proudly in the center of it all was Frosty, beaming with joy at the sight of the villagers' delight. Throughout the day, the village was alive with laughter and music as the villagers gathered to celebrate the magic of the season. They danced and sang, sipped hot cocoa by the fire, and marveled at the beauty of their winter wonderland. But as the day drew to a close and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Frosty knew that it was time to bid farewell once again. With a heavy heart, he watched as the villagers returned to their homes, their faces aglow with the warmth of the memories they had made. As Frosty stood alone in the quiet village square, he couldn't help but feel a twinge of sadness at the thought of saying goodbye to his friends once more. But as he looked up at the sky and saw the shimmering stars above, he knew that he would always carry the magic of the winter wonderland in his heart, wherever he went. And so, with a final wave and a promise to return next winter, Frosty bid the village farewell and melted back into the snowy landscape from whence he came. But his spirit lived on in the hearts of the villagers, who would forever cherish the memory of their friendly snowman and the magical winter wonderland he had created. As Frosty melted into the snowy landscape, he felt a pang of longing to stay among the villagers a bit longer. His heart swelled with gratitude for the joy they had shared and the memories they had created together. But he also knew that his time in the village was temporary, a fleeting moment of magic amidst the winter season. However, Frosty's departure didn't mark the end of the winter festivities. In fact, it only seemed to ignite a newfound spirit of togetherness among the villagers. Inspired by Frosty's warmth and generosity, they continued to celebrate the season with even more enthusiasm and kindness. The villagers organized sleigh rides through the snowy countryside, building snowmen and having snowball fights with laughter echoing through the hills. They hosted cozy gatherings in their homes, sharing stories and laughter over steaming cups of cocoa and freshly baked treats. And as they came together to celebrate the magic of winter, they couldn't help but feel grateful for the lessons they had learned from Frosty, the importance of friendship, the joy of giving, and the beauty of embracing each moment with an open heart. Meanwhile, Frosty journeyed through the winter landscape, marveling at the beauty of the world around him. He danced among the snowflakes, twirling and swirling with childlike delight as he made his way through the snowy forests and icy streams. Along the way, he encountered other creatures of the winter wilderness, playful foxes, wise old owls, and gentle deer. They welcomed him into their midst, sharing their stories and wisdom as they traveled together through the winter wonderland. As Frosty's journey continued, he carried the spirit of the friendly snowman and the winter wonderland with him wherever he went. And though he knew that his time in the village was over for now, he also knew that the magic of winter would always bring him back again, to spread joy and laughter wherever he roamed. And so, as the snow continued to fall and the stars sparkled overhead, Frosty journeyed onward through the winter landscape, his heart filled with warmth and his spirit filled with joy. For in the heart of every winter wonderland, there was always room for a friendly snowman and the magic of the season. As Frosty continued his journey through the winter landscape, he encountered new adventures and made friends with creatures of all shapes and sizes. From playful snow bunnies to majestic ice dragons, each encounter brought new lessons and experiences. One day, while traversing a frozen lake, Frosty stumbled upon a group of children skating and playing in the crisp winter air. Their laughter echoed across the ice as they twirled and glided, their cheeks flushed with rosy hues. Enthralled by the joyful scene, Frosty couldn't resist joining in the fun. With a mischievous twinkle in his eye, he fashioned himself a pair of makeshift ice skates and joined the children on the frozen lake. Together, they danced and spun, weaving intricate patterns across the ice as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold. For a fleeting moment, time stood still as Frosty and the children reveled in the magic of the winter wonderland. As the evening drew to a close and the children bid Frosty farewell, he couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the simple joys of friendship and laughter. In their company, he had found a sense of belonging and purpose that warmed his icy heart. And so, with a newfound spring in his step, Frosty continued his journey through the winter landscape, spreading joy and laughter wherever he went. For in the heart of every winter wonderland, there was always room for a friendly snowman and the magic of the season. Once upon a time, nestled amidst the rolling hills and lush forests, there lay a quaint village known as Evergreen Valley. In this village, the children often gathered near the edge of the woods, where a mysterious bridge stood, its arches painted in every color of the rainbow. This bridge was no ordinary bridge. It was known far and wide as the Rainbow Bridge to Imagination Island. Legend had it that those who crossed the Rainbow Bridge would be transported to a magical place called Imagination Island, where dreams came to life and adventures awaited at every turn. Many had heard of this legendary island, but few had ever dared to cross the bridge and see it for themselves. One bright and sunny morning, a curious young girl named Lily stood at the foot of the Rainbow Bridge, her eyes shimmering with wonder. She had heard tales of Imagination Island from her grandmother, who spoke of its beauty and mystery with great fondness. With a sense of excitement bubbling within her, Lily took a deep breath and stepped onto the first colorful arch of the bridge. As she walked, she felt a tingling sensation run through her veins, as if the very air around her was charged with magic. With each step she took, the world around her began to transform. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, their leaves shimmering with hues of gold and emerald. The birds sang sweet melodies, and the scent of wildflowers filled the air, beckoning Lily forward on her journey. As she reached the midpoint of the bridge, a burst of light enveloped her, and suddenly she found herself standing on the shores of Imagination Island. The sight before her took her breath away, rolling meadows dotted with colorful blooms, crystal clear streams that sparkled in the sunlight, and towering mountains that stretched toward the sky. With a sense of awe and wonder, Lily began to explore the island, her heart filled with excitement at the adventures that lay ahead. She climbed to the highest peak of the mountain, where she could see the entire island spread out before her like a vibrant tapestry. From there, she descended into the lush valley below, where she encountered fantastical creatures that roamed freely among the flowers and trees. She danced with fairies in the enchanted forest, soared through the clouds on the back of a majestic phoenix, and embarked on a daring quest to rescue a lost unicorn from the clutches of an evil sorcerer. But amidst all the excitement and wonder, Lily never forgot the village she had left behind. As the sun began to set on Imagination Island, she knew that it was time to return home. With a heavy heart, she bid farewell to her newfound friends and made her way back across the Rainbow Bridge. As she stepped onto the familiar shores of Evergreen Valley, Lily felt a sense of gratitude wash over her. She had embarked on an incredible journey to Imagination Island and experienced wonders beyond her wildest dreams. But more importantly, she had discovered that the true magic of adventure lay not in the destination itself, but in the journey and the memories made along the way. From that day forward, Lily cherished the Rainbow Bridge as a symbol of hope, wonder, and endless possibility. And though she knew that she could return to Imagination Island whenever she pleased, she also knew that the greatest adventures were often found in the world around her, waiting to be discovered with an open heart and a curious spirit. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Lily returned home to Evergreen Valley, her heart brimming with joy and gratitude for the magical journey she had experienced. For in the end, she had learned that the greatest adventures of all were the ones that began with a single step of imagination. As Lily made her way back to Evergreen Valley, she couldn't shake the feeling of longing that tugged at her heart. Imagination Island had filled her with such wonder and excitement that returning to the ordinary world felt like leaving a piece of herself behind. As she walked, she replayed the memories of her adventure in her mind, savoring every moment the laughter of the fairies, the warmth of the phoenix's feathers beneath her fingertips, the thrill of racing through the clouds. Each memory brought a smile to her lips and a spark of excitement to her eyes. But amidst the memories, Lily also felt a sense of determination stirring within her. She knew that Imagination Island was not just a place she had visited. It was a part of who she was. And she was determined to bring a piece of that magic back with her to Evergreen Valley. With a newfound purpose, Lily returned to the village and gathered her friends near the Rainbow Bridge. She shared her tales of adventure with them, weaving stories of bravery, friendship, and the limitless power of imagination. Inspired by Lily's words, the children of Evergreen Valley began to see the world with new eyes. They explored the forests with a sense of wonder, imagining themselves as knights on noble quests or explorers charting uncharted territories. They climbed trees and built forts, their laughter ringing through the air as they chased after their dreams. And as they played, they discovered that the magic of Imagination Island was not just found in distant lands, but within themselves. With each new adventure, they learned to harness the power of their imagination, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. Together, they danced beneath the stars, their spirits soaring, as they embraced the joy of living in a world filled with endless possibilities. And though they may never again cross the Rainbow Bridge to Imagination Island, they knew that the magic of adventure would always be within their reach, waiting to be discovered whenever they dared to dream. And so, as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the children of Evergreen Valley continued to explore the world around them with open hearts and curious minds. And though their adventures may have been small in comparison to Lily's journey, they were no less magical, for they were filled with the wonder of childhood and the boundless power of imagination. As Lily and her friends continued to explore the wonders of Evergreen Valley, they stumbled upon a hidden trail leading deep into the heart of the forest. Intrigued by the promise of adventure, they followed the trail, their footsteps echoing softly in the dappled sunlight. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they discovered a hidden clearing bathed in golden light. At the center of the clearing stood a magnificent structure, unlike anything they had ever seen before the Rainbow Bridge to Imagination Island. The bridge shimmered with every color of the rainbow, its arching form stretching high into the sky. Lily and her friends gasped in awe at the sight, their eyes wide with wonder. With hearts pounding with excitement, they stepped onto the bridge, feeling the gentle sway beneath their feet. As they crossed over to the other side, they felt a sense of magic wash over them, filling them with a sense of joy and possibility. On the other side of the bridge, they found themselves standing on the shores of Imagination Island, once more surrounded by the beauty and wonder of the enchanted land. The air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers, and the sound of laughter echoed through the trees. Emboldened by their previous adventures, Lily and her friends set off to explore the island once more, eager to uncover its hidden treasures and secrets. They danced with fairies in the glimmering meadows, soared through the sky on the backs of majestic dragons, and delved deep into the heart of the forest in search of hidden wonders. With each new discovery, their sense of wonder and awe only grew stronger as they marveled at the beauty and magic of Imagination Island. And though they knew that their time on the island was limited, they cherished every moment, knowing that the memories they made would last a lifetime. As the sun began to set on Imagination Island, casting a golden glow across the landscape, Lily and her friends gathered together one last time to bid farewell to the enchanted land. With hearts full of gratitude and wonder, they crossed back over the Rainbow Bridge, their spirits lifted by the magic of their adventure. And though they returned to Evergreen Valley once more, they carried with them the memories of their journey to Imagination Island, memories that would continue to inspire them, fill them with joy, and remind them of the boundless power of imagination. For in the heart of every child lies a world of endless possibilities, just waiting to be explored. In the heart of a lush meadow, where wildflowers swayed in the gentle breeze and sunlight danced upon the emerald grass, there lived a daring dragonfly named Dazzle. With iridescent wings that shimmered in the sunlight and eyes that sparkled with curiosity, Dazzle was known far and wide as the most adventurous insect in the meadow. From the moment she emerged from her cocoon, Dazzle's spirit soared with the thrill of exploration. While other dragonflies contented themselves with flitting from flower to flower, Dazzle yearned to uncover the mysteries that lay hidden beneath the surface of the meadow. One bright morning, as the dew glistened on the petals of the flowers and the birds sang sweetly in the trees, Dazzle embarked on her latest adventure. With a flick of her delicate wings, she took to the air, soaring high above the meadow in search of excitement and discovery. As she flew, Dazzle's keen eyes caught sight of something peculiar nestled among the tall grass below, a glimmering crystal that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly light. Intrigued by the mysterious object, Dazzle descended from the sky and landed beside it, her heart racing with anticipation. With cautious curiosity, Dazzle reached out a slender leg and touched the crystal's surface. In an instant, a wave of energy surged through her body, filling her with a sense of wonder and excitement unlike anything she had ever experienced before. Determined to unravel the secrets of the crystal, Dazzle set out across the meadow, her wings beating with determination as she followed its faint glow. Along the way, she encountered all manner of creatures, from industrious ants to sleepy snails, each offering their own perspective on the mysteries of the meadow. But as she journeyed deeper into the heart of the meadow, Dazzle encountered obstacles unlike any she had faced before: swirling mists that obscured her vision, tangled thickets that ensnared her wings, and dark shadows that seemed to whisper secrets of ages long past. Undeterred by the challenges that lay before her, Dazzle pressed on, her spirit unyielding in the face of adversity. With each obstacle she overcame, she grew stronger and more determined, her resolve fueled by the knowledge that the answers she sought were within her reach. And finally, after days of tireless exploration, Dazzle reached the heart of the meadow, where the crystal's glow burned brightest of all. With trembling wings, she approached the shimmering object and reached out to touch it once more. In an instant, the meadow erupted in a dazzling display of light and color, as the crystal unlocked its secrets and revealed the true nature of the world around her. Through its shimmering surface, Dazzle saw visions of life and beauty beyond her wildest dreams: galaxies swirling in the depths of space, ancient forests teeming with life, and oceans stretching to the horizon in shades of azure and emerald. With tears of joy streaming down her face, Dazzle spread her wings and took to the sky, her heart filled with a newfound sense of wonder and awe. For in that moment, she realized that the true magic of the meadow lay not in its secrets or its mysteries, but in the boundless curiosity and adventurous spirit that dwelled within her own heart. And so, with the knowledge of the crystal to guide her, Dazzle embarked on a new adventure, one that would take her to the farthest reaches of the meadow and beyond, in search of new horizons and new mysteries to uncover. And as she soared through the sky, her wings glistening in the sunlight, she knew that no challenge was too great, no obstacle too daunting for the daring dragonfly and her insatiable thirst for discovery. In her quest for discovery, Dazzle encountered not only the wonders of the natural world, but also the wisdom of its inhabitants. Along the banks of a meandering stream, she met a wise old turtle who shared tales of the meadow's ancient past, stories of towering trees that had witnessed the dawn of time and hidden caves that held secrets untold. Inspired by the turtle's wisdom, Dazzle delved deeper into the mysteries of the meadow, uncovering hidden groves where fireflies danced in the moonlight and hidden springs that flowed with water as clear as crystal. With each new discovery, her sense of wonder only grew, fueling her desire to explore every corner of the meadow and beyond. But amidst the beauty and wonder of her surroundings, Dazzle also encountered moments of hardship and adversity. In the depths of a dark forest, she became lost among the towering trees, her wings tangled in the thick underbrush as she struggled to find her way. But with courage and determination, she pressed on, her spirit undimmed by the shadows that surrounded her. And in the end, it was her unwavering spirit and boundless curiosity that led Dazzle to the greatest discovery of all, the true meaning of her journey. For in her quest to uncover the mysteries of the meadow, she had discovered something far more precious: the magic of friendship, the beauty of nature, and the endless possibilities that lay within her own heart. With a newfound sense of purpose, Dazzle soared through the meadow once more, her wings carrying her to new heights of adventure and exploration. And as she flew, she knew that no matter where her journey took her, she would always carry with her the memories of her daring quest and the lessons she had learned along the way. For in the end, it was not the destination that mattered, but the journey itself, a journey filled with wonder, discovery, and the boundless joy of being alive. And with each beat of her wings, Dazzle embraced the beauty of the world around her, knowing that the greatest adventure of all was simply to live and to explore the mysteries of life. As Dazzle continued her explorations, she encountered a peculiar phenomenon in the meadow, a field of flowers that seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly glow. Intrigued by this mysterious sight, she approached the flowers with cautious curiosity, her heart racing with excitement. As she drew closer, Dazzle realized that the flowers were not ordinary at all, but rather a rare species of bioluminescent blooms that only appeared under the light of a full moon. Mesmerized by their ethereal beauty, she marveled at the way they danced and swayed in the gentle breeze, casting a soft, iridescent glow across the meadow. But amidst the beauty of the glowing flowers, Dazzle sensed a faint hint of sadness lingering in the air. Wondering what could be causing such melancholy in such a magical place, she decided to investigate further, determined to uncover the source of the meadow's mysteries. As she wandered deeper into the meadow, Dazzle stumbled upon a hidden glade bathed in moonlight, where a lone firefly sat perched upon a dew-kissed leaf. Sensing Dazzle's presence, the firefly turned to her with eyes filled with sorrow, its tiny wings drooping with despair. Curious to learn more, Dazzle approached the firefly and asked what troubled it so. With a heavy heart, the firefly confided in her, revealing that it had lost its way in the meadow and could not find its way home. Left alone in the darkness, it had feared that it would never see its family again. Touched by the firefly's plight, Dazzle vowed to help it find its way home, determined to restore the light to its tiny world. With her keen eyes and sharp instincts, she guided the firefly through the meadow, following the faint glow of distant fireflies that beckoned them home. Through tangled thickets and winding paths, they journeyed together, their spirits intertwined in a shared quest for hope and redemption. And as they neared the edge of the meadow, they were greeted by a wondrous sight, a swarm of fireflies that illuminated the night sky with their twinkling lights, guiding them safely home. Overwhelmed with gratitude, the firefly bid farewell to Dazzle, its tiny wings fluttering with joy as it reunited with its family at last. And as Dazzle watched them disappear into the night, she knew that she had not only helped a friend in need, but had also discovered the true magic of the meadow, the power of compassion, kindness, and friendship to light the way in even the darkest of times. With a smile on her lips and a song in her heart, Dazzle spread her wings and took to the sky once more, her spirit ablaze with the wonders of the world and the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. For in the meadow's mysteries, she had found not only adventure, but also the true meaning of life itself, to love, to learn, and to cherish every moment along the way.
Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, there lived a young boy named Oliver. Despite his tender age, Oliver possessed a remarkable talent. He was a budding magician with a heart full of wonder and a mind brimming with imagination. Every day after school, Oliver would retreat to his small attic room, where he would spend hours practicing his magic tricks. From simple card tricks to elaborate illusions, Oliver was determined to master them all, dreaming of one day becoming the greatest magician the world had ever seen. But despite his unwavering dedication, Oliver's magic often went unnoticed by the world around him. His classmates laughed at his attempts to pull rabbits out of hats, and his family dismissed his dreams of performing on stage as mere childish fantasies. Undeterred by the skepticism of others, Oliver continued to hone his craft in secret, poring over old books and practicing his sleight of hand until his fingers were nimble as quicksilver. And as he grew older, his skills only grew sharper, until he could perform feats of magic that left even the most skeptical of skeptics in awe. One evening, as Oliver was practicing a new trick in his attic room, he stumbled upon an old, dusty tome hidden away in the corner. Intrigued, he opened the book and began to read, his eyes widening with wonder as he discovered the secrets of a long-forgotten spell, the Vanishing Act. According to the ancient text, the Vanishing Act was a spell that allowed the caster to disappear from sight completely, leaving behind nothing but a puff of smoke and a sense of wonder in their wake. Excited by the possibility of mastering such a powerful spell, Oliver set to work practicing day and night, determined to unlock its secrets. Weeks turned into months, and finally, after countless hours of practice, Oliver felt ready to perform the Vanishing Act for the first time. With a deep breath and a flick of his wand, he uttered the incantation, feeling a surge of energy course through his veins. To his amazement, the spell worked perfectly. In an instant, Oliver vanished from sight, leaving behind nothing but a puff of smoke and a stunned silence in the room. For a moment, he reveled in the thrill of his newfound power, feeling as though he could conquer the world with a wave of his hand. But as the moments passed and the spell began to wear off, Oliver realized that something was terribly wrong. Try as he might, he couldn't seem to bring himself back into view, no matter how hard he concentrated or how many incantations he recited. In a panic, Oliver searched desperately for a way to reverse the spell, but it was no use. He was trapped in the realm of invisibility, unable to interact with the world around him or even make his presence known to those he loved. As days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months, Oliver grew increasingly desperate to find a way out of his predicament. He wandered the streets of the city in search of answers, hoping to find someone who could help him break the spell that bound him. But everywhere he turned, Oliver was met with skepticism and disbelief. People laughed at his invisible antics, dismissing him as nothing more than a figment of their imagination. And try as he might to prove otherwise, Oliver couldn't seem to convince them that he was real. Finally, in his darkest hour, Oliver stumbled upon an old magician who claimed to know the secret to breaking the Vanishing Act. With a heavy heart and a glimmer of hope, Oliver followed the magician to a secluded spot in the city, where he performed a ritual to reverse the spell once and for all. To Oliver's immense relief, the ritual worked, and he found himself standing once more in the bustling streets of the city, visible to all who passed by. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Oliver thanked the old magician profusely, vowing to use his magic wisely and never again to dabble in spells beyond his understanding. From that day forward, Oliver continued to practice his magic, delighting audiences far and wide with his incredible feats of illusion and wonder. But he never forgot the lesson he had learned, that true magic lies not in the power of spells or the mastery of tricks, but in the courage to be oneself and the strength to face life's challenges head-on, no matter how daunting they may seem. And so, as Oliver took to the stage once more, his heart filled with joy and his mind ablaze with imagination, he knew that the greatest magic of all was simply being true to oneself and embracing the wonder of the world around him. As Oliver's fame as a magician grew, so did his sense of responsibility. He realized that his talents could be used not just for entertainment, but also to bring joy and wonder to those in need. Inspired by this newfound purpose, Oliver began performing at hospitals, orphanages, and schools, using his magic to brighten the lives of children and adults alike. One day, as Oliver was performing at a local children's hospital, he met a young girl named Emily who was battling a serious illness. Despite her struggles, Emily's eyes sparkled with excitement as she watched Oliver's magic show, her laughter ringing through the hospital ward like music. Touched by Emily's courage and resilience, Oliver spent hours by her bedside, sharing stories of his adventures and teaching her simple magic tricks to lift her spirits. And as they bonded over their shared love of magic, Oliver knew that he had found a kindred spirit in Emily, someone who understood the true power of imagination and wonder. As the weeks turned into months, Emily's health gradually improved, thanks in no small part to the joy and laughter that Oliver brought into her life. And when she was finally well enough to leave the hospital, Oliver was there to bid her farewell, promising to visit her again soon and continue their magical adventures together. From that day forward, Oliver made it his mission to use his magic to spread happiness and hope wherever he went. He performed at charity events, fundraisers, and community gatherings, using his talents to raise money for those in need and inspire others to make a difference in the world. And though he continued to dazzle audiences with his incredible illusions and mind-bending tricks, Oliver never lost sight of what truly mattered: the smiles on people's faces, the laughter in their hearts, and the sense of wonder that magic brings to the world. As he looked out into the audience during his performances, Oliver saw the faces of children and adults alike lighting up with joy and excitement, their eyes shining with the same sense of wonder that had inspired him to become a magician in the first place. And in those moments, he knew that he was exactly where he was meant to be, spreading joy, wonder, and a little bit of magic wherever he went. As Oliver continued his journey as a magician, he encountered many challenges and obstacles along the way. Some doubted his abilities, while others questioned the validity of his craft. But Oliver remained undeterred, steadfast in his belief that magic had the power to bring people together and spark joy in even the darkest of times. One day, Oliver received an invitation to perform at the grandest magic competition in the land, the prestigious Merlin's Tournament of Illusions. It was an opportunity of a lifetime, a chance for Oliver to showcase his skills on the biggest stage imaginable and prove once and for all that magic was more than just smoke and mirrors. Excited and nervous, Oliver spent weeks preparing for the competition, practicing his tricks and perfecting his sleight of hand. And when the day of the tournament finally arrived, he stepped onto the stage with confidence, ready to show the world what he was capable of. As he performed his illusions, Oliver captivated the audience with his skill and charisma, weaving tales of wonder and enchantment that left them spellbound. And when he unveiled his grand finale, the Vanishing Act, a trick he had been perfecting for years, the crowd erupted into applause, their cheers echoing through the auditorium like thunder. But just as Oliver was about to make his triumphant exit, disaster struck. In the midst of the Vanishing Act, something went terribly wrong, and Oliver disappeared from the stage before the audience's eyes, leaving behind nothing but a puff of smoke and a sense of bewilderment. As the crowd murmured in confusion, Oliver found himself transported to a strange and unfamiliar place, a realm of darkness and shadows where time seemed to stand still. Confused and disoriented, he searched for a way out, but no matter which direction he turned, he found himself faced with nothing but endless darkness. Alone and afraid, Oliver began to lose hope, wondering if he would ever find his way back to the world he knew. But just as he was about to give up, he heard a faint voice calling out to him from the darkness, the voice of Emily, the young girl he had befriended at the hospital. With renewed determination, Oliver followed the sound of Emily's voice, navigating through the shadows until he came upon a shimmering portal of light. And as he stepped through the portal, he found himself back on the stage of Merlin's Tournament of Illusions, surrounded by cheering spectators and a relieved Emily. With tears of joy streaming down her face, Emily explained that she had used her own magic to guide Oliver back to safety, using the power of her imagination to create a pathway through the darkness. Touched by her bravery and ingenuity, Oliver realized that true magic wasn't just about performing tricks or mastering illusions. It was about believing in the impossible and never giving up, even in the face of adversity. And as he took his final bow, Oliver knew that he had discovered the greatest magic of all, the magic of friendship, love, and the unwavering belief that anything was possible as long as you had faith in yourself and those around you. And with that newfound wisdom in his heart, he vowed to continue his journey as a magician, spreading joy, wonder, and a little bit of magic wherever he went. In the vast expanse of space, where stars twinkled like distant beacons and planets loomed like giants in the darkness, there lived a young astronaut named Luna. She was known far and wide as the bravest explorer in the galaxy, with a heart as vast as the cosmos and a spirit that burned brighter than the sun. Luna had always dreamed of journeying to the moon, ever since she was a little girl gazing up at the night sky from her bedroom window. And now, as a seasoned astronaut aboard the Starship Nova, she finally had the chance to make that dream a reality. As the Nova hurtled through space toward the moon, Luna couldn't contain her excitement. She spent her days poring over star charts and studying lunar maps, eagerly anticipating the adventures that awaited her on the lunar surface. But little did Luna know, the moon was not as desolate as it seemed. Deep within the dark caverns and craggy cliffs of the lunar landscape lurked a race of creatures known as the Moon Monsters, fearsome beasts with gleaming eyes and razor-sharp claws, who guarded their home with fierce determination. Undeterred by the tales of the Moon Monsters, Luna pressed on, her determination unyielding as she guided the Nova toward the lunar surface. And as the ship touched down on the powdery soil of the moon, Luna felt her heart soar with anticipation, her eyes alight with the thrill of exploration. Stepping out onto the lunar surface, Luna marveled at the sight before her, a vast, barren landscape stretching as far as the eye could see, bathed in the soft glow of Earth light. But her sense of wonder quickly turned to caution as she remembered the stories of the moon monsters that lurked in the shadows. With her trusty spacesuit and a spirit of courage that burned brighter than the stars themselves, Luna set out to explore the moon, her heart pounding with excitement and her senses alert to every sound and movement. And as she ventured deeper into the lunar wilderness, she soon encountered the first signs of the moon monsters' presence, strange, otherworldly footprints etched into the lunar soil. Undeterred by the ominous signs, Luna pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of the moon and prove herself as the bravest astronaut in the galaxy. But as night fell and the moon cast its eerie light over the landscape, Luna found herself face to face with the creatures she had heard so much about, the moon monsters themselves. With their gleaming eyes and menacing snarls, the moon monsters seemed intent on driving Luna away from their home, their claws poised to strike at a moment's notice. But Luna refused to back down, her spirit unyielding as she faced the creatures head-on, her heart filled with a courage that knew no bounds. And as the battle raged on beneath the light of the moon, Luna fought with all her might, her determination shining like a beacon in the darkness. With each blow she struck and each obstacle she overcame, she grew stronger and more fearless, her spirit soaring higher than ever before. In the end, it was Luna's bravery and unwavering courage that triumphed over the moon monsters, driving them back into the depths of the lunar wilderness and securing her place as the bravest astronaut in the galaxy. And as she gazed up at the night sky from the surface of the moon, her heart filled with pride and wonder, Luna knew that she had truly become the hero she had always dreamed of being. In the aftermath of her triumphant victory over the moon monsters, Luna's fame spread far and wide throughout the galaxy. News of her daring exploits on the lunar surface captured the imaginations of people across the cosmos, inspiring countless aspiring astronauts to reach for the stars and follow in her footsteps. But despite her newfound fame, Luna remained as humble and down to earth as ever, her heart still filled with a burning desire for adventure and discovery. And so, she continued her explorations of the cosmos, journeying to distant planets and uncharted galaxies in search of new worlds to explore and mysteries to uncover. With each new adventure, Luna encountered a host of strange and wondrous creatures, from friendly aliens with tentacles for arms to sentient beings made entirely of light. She forged friendships with beings from all corners of the universe, learning their languages and customs, and sharing tales of her own adventures on Earth and beyond. But no matter where her travels took her, Luna never forgot the lessons she had learned on the moon, the importance of courage in the face of danger, the power of friendship in times of need, and the boundless potential of the human spirit. And as she soared through the stars, her spirit ablaze with the thrill of discovery, Luna knew that her journey was far from over. For the universe was vast and infinite, filled with wonders beyond imagining, and she was determined to explore every corner of it, one adventure at a time. As Luna's legend grew, so too did her impact on the galaxy. People from all walks of life looked to her as a beacon of hope and inspiration, a reminder that no dream was too big and no challenge too daunting to overcome. And though she faced many trials and tribulations on her journey, Luna never wavered in her belief that anything was possible if you dared to reach for the stars. For she was the brave little astronaut, and her spirit would forever soar among the guiding stars, lighting the way for generations to come. As Luna continued her adventures among the stars, she encountered a planet unlike any she had seen before. Its surface was a swirling kaleidoscope of colors, with towering mountains that sparkled like gems and valleys filled with fields of flowers that glowed with an otherworldly light. Intrigued by the beauty of this strange new world, Luna landed her spacecraft and set out to explore its wonders. As she journeyed across the vibrant landscape, she encountered creatures unlike any she had ever seen, creatures with wings of crystal and eyes that shimmered like stars. But amidst the beauty of the planet, Luna sensed a darkness lurking beneath the surface, a darkness that threatened to consume everything in its path. Determined to uncover the truth, Luna delved deeper into the heart of the planet, her heart filled with determination and her mind ablaze with curiosity. As she ventured deeper into the darkness, Luna discovered a hidden chamber filled with ancient artifacts and mysterious symbols. And there, at the center of the chamber, she found a glowing crystal that pulsed with a powerful energy. With trembling hands, Luna reached out to touch the crystal, feeling its energy course through her veins like a bolt of lightning. And in that moment, she understood the crystal was the source of the darkness that threatened the planet, a remnant of a long-forgotten civilization that had sought to harness its power for their own ends. Determined to set things right, Luna vowed to destroy the crystal and rid the planet of its malevolent influence once and for all. With the help of her newfound friends, she devised a plan to shatter the crystal and restore peace to the planet. And so, with courage in her heart and the guiding stars to light her way, Luna embarked on her most daring adventure yet. As she faced down the darkness that threatened to consume the planet, she knew that she was not alone, for the spirit of the brave little astronaut burned bright within her, lighting the way to a brighter tomorrow.
Friend, your sins are forgiven.
Who is this fellow who says such an evil thing?
Who can forgive sins but God alone? Why are you thinking these things in your hearts? Is it easier to say, your sins are forgiven? Or is it easier to say, get up and walk? But I want you to know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. I tell you, get up, take your mat and go home.
Praise God! Praise the Lord! We have seen unusual things today.
In the quaint town of Maryville, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a cheerful little balloon named Benny. Benny wasn't just any ordinary balloon. He was a vibrant, colorful character who loved nothing more than bringing joy and happiness to the people of Maryville. Every year, the town of Maryville held a grand parade to celebrate the changing seasons and the spirit of community that bound them together. And every year, Benny eagerly awaited the chance to take part, his heart filled with excitement and anticipation. As the day of the grand parade drew near, Benny could hardly contain his enthusiasm. He practiced his best floats, twirled and danced with the wind, and greeted everyone he met with a warm smile and a cheerful wave. Finally, the day of the grand parade arrived, and the streets of Maryville were filled with music, laughter, and the scent of freshly baked treats. Benny joined the procession, floating high above the crowd with his fellow balloons, his colors shining bright against the clear blue sky. As they made their way through the town, Benny and his friends danced and twirled in the breeze, delighting the children and adults alike who lined the streets to watch. They passed by colorful floats adorned with flowers and streamers, marching bands playing lively tunes, and costumed characters waving to the crowds. But amidst all the excitement and fanfare, Benny couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. Try as he might, he couldn't seem to find his place in the parade, his heart longing to make a meaningful contribution to the festivities. Just when it seemed that all hope was lost, Benny spotted a group of children standing on the sidelines, their faces filled with wonder and awe. Without hesitation, he floated down to greet them, his colors shimmering in the sunlight as he twirled and danced before their eyes. The children laughed and clapped with delight, reaching out to touch Benny's soft, rubbery surface as he bobbed and swayed to the rhythm of the music. And in that moment, Benny knew that he had found his true calling to bring joy and happiness to others, one smile at a time. With a newfound sense of purpose, Benny led the children in a merry dance through the streets of Maryville, his heart soaring with happiness as he twirled and spun with his new friends by his side. And as they danced beneath the clear blue sky, Benny knew that he had finally found his place in the grand parade as the happiest balloon in all of Maryville. As Benny and the children danced through the streets, their laughter and joy filled the air, spreading like wildfire to everyone they passed. People emerged from their homes and shops to join in the celebration, their hearts lifted by the infectious energy of the parade. With Benny leading the way, the procession took on a new life, weaving through the streets of Maryville like a colorful ribbon dancing in the wind. They passed by fields of wildflowers swaying in the breeze, their petals a riot of color against the green backdrop of the countryside. As they danced, Benny couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the town of Maryville and its people. They had welcomed him with open arms and embraced him as one of their own, showing him kindness and friendship beyond anything he could have imagined. And as the sun began to set on the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the town, Benny knew that he would never forget this day, the day he had found his place in the world and discovered the true meaning of friendship and community. As the grand parade came to an end, Benny and his new friends gathered in the town square to share one final dance beneath the twinkling stars. And as they swirled and twirled together in the moonlight, their spirits soared high into the night sky, bound together forever by the magic of the grand parade and the joy it had brought to their hearts. From that day forward, Benny continued to be a beloved fixture in the town of Maryville, spreading joy and happiness wherever he went. And though the seasons changed and the years passed by, the memory of that magical day Benny's grand parade lived on in the hearts of all who had been lucky enough to witness it. As the years went by, Benny's grand parade became an annual tradition in Maryville, eagerly anticipated by both young and old alike. Each year, the parade grew bigger and more extravagant, with floats adorned with vibrant flowers, colorful banners fluttering in the breeze, and music filling the air. Benny, now a beloved figure in the town, took great pride in organizing the parade, working tirelessly to make each year's event even more spectacular than the last. With the help of his friends, both old and new, Benny ensured that the grand parade was a celebration of friendship, community, and the joy of coming together. As the day of the parade approached, the excitement in Maryville reached a fever pitch. Families gathered along the streets, eager to catch a glimpse of the colorful floats and lively performers. Children clutched balloons and streamers, their faces painted with anticipation and delight. And when the day finally arrived, the town erupted into a riot of color and sound, as Benny's grand parade wound its way through the streets once more. Floats glided past, each one more magnificent than the last, while dancers twirled and jugglers performed feats of dexterity and skill. But amidst all the spectacle and excitement, it was Benny who stole the show, his bright red balloon shining like a beacon of hope and joy in the midst of the festivities. As he danced through the streets, his laughter ringing out like music, Benny knew that he had found his true calling, bringing happiness to the people of Maryville and spreading the magic of friendship wherever he went. And as the sun set on another glorious day in Maryville, Benny stood in the town square, surrounded by his friends and neighbors, and smiled. For he knew that as long as he had his balloon and the love of the people around him, there would always be cause for celebration and plenty of reasons to dance in the streets. In the heart of a vast and ancient forest, where towering trees whispered secrets to the wind and sunlight filtered through the dense canopy like shards of gold, there lived a young girl named Alara. Born with a spirit as wild and untamed as the forest itself, Alara spent her days exploring the wilderness, her heart filled with a thirst for adventure and a longing for the unknown. One day, while wandering deep into the heart of the forest, Alara stumbled upon a hidden glade bathed in the soft glow of twilight. In the center of the glade stood an ancient oak tree, its branches reaching toward the sky like gnarled fingers grasping for the heavens. Intrigued by the sight, Alara approached the oak tree, her senses tingling with anticipation. And as she drew closer, she heard a faint sound drifting through the air, the ethereal melody of the whistling wind. Enchanted by the haunting melody, Alara followed the sound deeper into the forest, her feet dancing over the moss-covered ground as she chased after the elusive tune. Through thickets and brambles she went, her heart pounding with excitement as she pursued the source of the music. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Alara emerged into a sunlit clearing at the edge of a vast expanse of wilderness. And there, standing before her, was the whistling wind itself, a shimmering vortex of energy and light, swirling and dancing in the air like a living thing. With a sense of wonder and awe, Alara reached out to touch the whistling wind, feeling its power surge through her veins like a bolt of lightning. And in that moment, she knew that she had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary, a gateway to adventure beyond her wildest dreams. Without hesitation, Alara stepped into the vortex of the whistling wind, feeling its energy envelop her like a warm embrace. And as she was swept away on a whirlwind journey through time and space, she knew that her life would never be the same again. Through valleys and mountains she soared, her spirit free as a bird on the wing. She visited distant lands and encountered strange and wondrous creatures, each more fantastical than the last. She sailed across seas of emerald green and danced beneath the stars in the velvet sky. But amidst all the wonders of her journey, Alara never forgot the forest that had been her home. With each passing moment, she felt the call of the trees and the whisper of the wind, drawing her back to the place where her adventure had begun. And so, after what felt like a lifetime of exploration, Alara returned to the ancient oak tree in the heart of the forest, her heart full of memories and her mind alive with stories of her adventures. As she stood beneath the branches of the oak tree, she knew that she had been forever changed by her journey. For she had discovered that true adventure lay not in the places you go or the things you see, but in the courage to follow your heart and the spirit to embrace the unknown. And as she closed her eyes and listened to the gentle rustle of the leaves and the soft murmur of the wind, Alara knew that her greatest adventure was still to come, waiting just beyond the horizon, carried on the wings of the whistling wind. As Alara stood beneath the ancient oak tree, she couldn't shake the feeling that her adventure was far from over. The whistling wind had stirred something deep within her, a hunger for discovery and a thirst for the unknown that refused to be quenched. Determined to uncover the secrets hidden within the forest, Alara embarked on a new journey, her senses alert to every rustle of leaves and every whisper of the wind. With each step she took, she felt the pulse of the forest thrumming beneath her feet, guiding her toward her next adventure. Along the way, Alara encountered a host of creatures both magical and mundane, from mischievous sprites that danced among the flowers to lumbering giants that roamed the forest floor. She befriended wise old owls who shared their wisdom with her, and playful foxes who led her on merry chases through the underbrush. But amidst the wonders of the forest, Alara also faced challenges and trials that tested her courage and resolve. She braved treacherous swamps teeming with unseen dangers, climbed towering cliffs that scraped the sky, and navigated labyrinthine caves filled with ancient mysteries. Yet through it all, Alara remained undaunted, drawing strength from the knowledge that she was following her heart and pursuing her dreams. And with each obstacle she overcame, she grew wiser, stronger, and more determined to uncover the truth hidden within the heart of the forest. One day, as Alara ventured deeper into the heart of the woods than ever before, she stumbled upon a hidden glade bathed in the soft light of the setting sun. And there, at the center of the glade, she discovered a sight that took her breath away, a shimmering pool of water that glowed with an otherworldly light. Intrigued by the mysterious pool, Alara approached cautiously, her heart pounding with excitement. And as she peered into its depths, she saw visions of worlds beyond imagining, realms of fire and ice, of light and shadow, of dreams and nightmares. Determined to unlock the secrets of the pool, Alara reached out to touch its surface, feeling a surge of energy course through her veins. And in that moment, she was transported to a realm unlike any she had ever seen, a world of magic and wonder, where anything was possible and adventure awaited at every turn. With a sense of exhilaration and anticipation, Alara stepped into the unknown, her heart filled with the promise of new discoveries and the thrill of the journey that lay ahead. And as she disappeared into the shimmering mists, she knew that her adventure was only just beginning, carried on the wings of the whistling wind. As Alara delved deeper into the enchanted forest, she encountered a series of ancient ruins hidden amidst the trees. Moss-covered stones whispered tales of civilizations long forgotten, their secrets waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to seek them out. Guided by the whistling wind, Alara explored the crumbling corridors and vine-covered archways, piecing together fragments of history with each step she took. She discovered forgotten artifacts buried beneath layers of earth and time, each one a clue to the mysteries that lay hidden within the forest's embrace. But as she delved deeper into the ruins, Alara sensed a darkness stirring in the shadows, a malevolent force that sought to keep its secrets hidden from prying eyes. Undeterred, she pressed on, her determination fueled by the knowledge that the truth was within her grasp. As she reached the heart of the ruins, Alara discovered a chamber filled with ancient carvings and symbols, their meanings lost to the ages. And there, at the center of the chamber, she found a stone pedestal bathed in a soft, ethereal light. With trembling hands, Alara approached the pedestal, her heart pounding with anticipation. And as she reached out to touch its surface, she felt a surge of power coursing through her veins, a connection to something ancient and profound that pulsed with life and energy. In that moment, Alara understood the ruins were not just a relic of the past, but a gateway to the future, a bridge between worlds that had long since passed into legend. And as she gazed into the swirling depths of the portal before her, she knew that her adventure was far from over. With a sense of purpose burning in her heart, Alara stepped through the portal, ready to embrace whatever wonders and challenges awaited her on the other side. And as she vanished into the shimmering mists, she felt the whistling wind at her back, guiding her onward toward her destiny. In the depths of the vast and mysterious ocean, where sunlight dances on the waves and secrets lurk beneath the surface, there lived a magnificent creature known as the sparkling sea serpent. With scales that shimmered like precious gems and eyes that glowed with an otherworldly light, the sea serpent was a sight to behold, admired by all who beheld its beauty. But despite its dazzling appearance, the sparkling sea serpent was lonely. For you see, the ocean depths can be a solitary place, and the sea serpent longed for companionship and adventure. So, night after night, it would swim through the dark waters, searching for a friend to share its world with. One evening, as the moon cast its silver light upon the ocean's surface, the sparkling sea serpent came upon a most curious sight, a luminous ball drifting gently in the currents. Intrigued, the sea serpent approached the ball, its heart filled with wonder. As it drew closer, the sea serpent realized that the ball was no ordinary object. It was alive, pulsating with energy and light. With a graceful flick of its tail, the sea serpent nudged the ball, sending it spinning through the water with a burst of color and sound. To the sea serpent's delight, the ball responded in kind, twirling and dancing in the water with joyful abandon. Together, they swam through the ocean depths, their movements creating a symphony of light and music that echoed through the waves. As they danced, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball formed an unlikely bond, their friendship blossoming beneath the waves. They explored hidden caves and coral reefs, chased after schools of shimmering fish, and soared through underwater canyons with the grace of birds in flight. But their adventures were not without danger, for the ocean can be a perilous place, filled with predators and treacherous currents. Yet, whenever they found themselves in trouble, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball stood by each other's side, their friendship giving them strength and courage in the face of adversity. Together, they faced storms and shipwrecks, battled fierce creatures of the deep, and braved the darkest depths of the ocean floor. And through it all, their bond only grew stronger, for they knew that as long as they had each other, they could overcome any challenge that came their way. As the years passed, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball became legends in the ocean world, admired and respected by all who dwelled beneath the waves. Their friendship brought joy and light to even the darkest corners of the ocean, inspiring creatures of all shapes and sizes to embrace the magic of friendship and adventure. And though their journey was filled with twists and turns, ups and downs, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball remained steadfast in their bond, their hearts forever intertwined beneath the sparkling sea. For in the end, they had discovered that true friendship is the greatest treasure of all, a beacon of light that shines bright even in the darkest depths of the ocean. And as they danced beneath the waves, their laughter echoing through the water, they knew that their adventure was far from over, for wherever the currents may take them, they would always be together, forever and always. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball swam side by side, their hearts full of love and gratitude for the journey they had shared. And as they disappeared into the depths of the ocean, their laughter fading into the distance, they knew that their friendship would endure for all eternity, a shining beacon of hope and joy in the vast and wondrous world beneath the waves. In the vast expanse of the ocean, where the currents intertwine like ribbons and the sunlight pierces the depths like golden spears, there lies a realm of enchantment known as the Coral Kingdom. Here, beneath the azure waves, the sparkling sea serpent and the ocean's ball embarked on their most daring adventure yet. It began one sunny morning when the sea serpent and the ocean's ball stumbled upon a hidden passage deep within the heart of the Coral Kingdom. Intrigued by the mysterious tunnel, they ventured inside, their hearts pounding with excitement and anticipation. As they swam deeper into the darkness, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball discovered a hidden world, unlike any they had ever seen before. Glowing coral reefs adorned with precious jewels stretched out before them, casting shimmering shadows on the ocean floor. Schools of iridescent fish darted through the crystal-clear waters, their scales flashing like diamonds in the sunlight. But amidst the beauty of the Coral Kingdom, danger lurked in the shadows. As the sea serpent and the ocean's ball explored further, they stumbled upon a treacherous maze of twisting tunnels and jagged rocks. With each passing moment, the darkness closed in around them, threatening to engulf them in its icy embrace. But the sea serpent and the ocean's ball were not deterred. Drawing upon their strength and courage, they pressed forward, determined to uncover the secrets of the Coral Kingdom and emerge victorious against the darkness that threatened to consume them. With every twist and turn of the maze, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball encountered new challenges and obstacles. They navigated treacherous currents, evaded cunning predators, and braved the icy depths of the ocean floor. Yet through it all, their friendship remained unshakable, a beacon of light that guided them through the darkest of times. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball emerged from the depths of the maze, their hearts filled with triumph and relief. Before them lay a shimmering cavern adorned with glowing crystals and sparkling pearls, the heart of the Coral Kingdom revealed at last. As they gazed upon the beauty of the cavern, The sea serpent and the ocean's ball felt a sense of awe and wonder wash over them. For in that moment, they realized that the true magic of the Coral Kingdom was not found in its riches or its splendor, but in the bond of friendship that had carried them through their greatest adventure yet. With a sense of peace and fulfillment, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball bid farewell to the Coral Kingdom, their hearts forever changed by the wonders they had witnessed and the challenges they had overcome. And as they swam back towards the surface, their laughter echoed through the ocean, a testament to the enduring power of friendship in even the darkest of depths. As the sea serpent and the ocean's ball journeyed back to their home in the Coral Kingdom, they encountered new marvels and wonders along the way. They swam through fields of phosphorescent plankton that glowed like a galaxy of stars, illuminating the darkness of the ocean depths with their ethereal light. In the distance, they spotted a majestic pod of dolphins leaping and playing in the waves, their sleek bodies slicing through the water with grace and agility. Inspired by the dolphins' joyful antics, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball joined in the playful dance, twirling and somersaulting through the ocean currents with abandon. As they continued their journey, they came upon a vast underwater forest of towering kelp, its fronds swaying gently in the currents like the branches of a great oak tree. Intrigued by the hidden mysteries of the kelp forest, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball dove beneath the surface, venturing into its shadowy depths in search of adventure. Amidst the tangled maze of kelp, they stumbled upon a hidden grotto filled with treasures beyond imagination, gleaming pearls nestled within oyster shells, ancient relics from a forgotten time, and colorful corals teeming with life. Entranced by the beauty of the grotto, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball lingered a while, basking in the wonder of their discovery. But their journey was far from over, for there were still many mysteries waiting to be uncovered in the vast expanse of the ocean. And so, with hearts full of excitement and curiosity, the sea serpent and the ocean's ball continued on their way, knowing that the greatest adventures were yet to come.
In a quaint town nestled between lush forests and rolling hills, there lived a curious inventor named Alex. With a mind brimming with ideas and a heart full of wanderlust, Alex dreamed of exploring the world beyond the confines of their small village. One day, while rummaging through their grandfather's workshop, Alex stumbled upon an old, dusty bicycle hidden in the corner. Its paint was chipped, its tires flat, but there was something about it that sparked a glimmer of excitement in Alex's eyes. Inspired by the possibilities, Alex set to work, transforming the worn-out bicycle into a marvelous flying contraption. With the help of makeshift wings fashioned from sturdy canvas and a propeller powered by a repurposed engine, the bicycle was soon reborn as a magnificent flying machine. Eager to test their invention, Alex strapped on a leather aviator's helmet and climbed aboard the flying bicycle. With a deep breath and a flick of a switch, they ignited the engine, feeling the exhilarating rush of wind as the bicycle lifted off the ground and soared into the sky. As the village faded into the distance below, Alex marveled at the breathtaking sights unfolding before them: sprawling fields dotted with colorful wildflowers, meandering rivers shimmering in the sunlight, and distant mountains veiled in mist. With each twist and turn of the handlebars, Alex charted a course through the clouds, guided by the sense of adventure that burned brightly in their heart. They flew over bustling towns and sleepy villages, waving to astonished onlookers below, and feeling a sense of freedom unlike anything they had ever known. But as the sun began to dip below the horizon and the stars emerged in the night sky, Alex realized that their journey was only just beginning. With the wind at their back and the world at their feet, they vowed to continue exploring, one daring adventure at a time. And so, with a flying bicycle as their trusty steed and the boundless sky as their playground, Alex set off into the unknown, ready to discover new lands, meet new friends, and experience the wonders of the world like never before. For in the heart of every adventurer lies a spirit that yearns to soar, to explore, and to chase the horizon until the end of time. And as Alex flew onward into the starlit night, they knew that their greatest adventure was yet to come. As Alex's flying bicycle soared higher into the sky, they encountered a world of wonders beyond their wildest dreams. They flew past majestic waterfalls cascading down rugged cliffs, their mist catching the sunlight in a dazzling display of colors. Below, lush forests stretched as far as the eye could see, teeming with life and mystery. Guided by the gentle breeze and the stars twinkling overhead, Alex navigated through narrow mountain passes and vast open plains, each landscape more breathtaking than the last. Along the way, they encountered a myriad of creatures from graceful birds to playful squirrels, each offering a glimpse into the rich tapestry of life that adorned the world below. But amidst the beauty of their surroundings, Alex also faced challenges that tested their courage and ingenuity. They braved fierce storms that lashed at their wings with torrents of rain and gusts of wind, their determination unwavering in the face of adversity. And when their engines sputtered and faltered high above the clouds, Alex summoned all their skill and resourcefulness to make repairs and keep their flying bicycle aloft. Through it all, Alex's spirit remained undaunted, fueled by the thrill of discovery and the promise of adventure that lay just beyond the horizon. With each passing mile, they felt a sense of exhilaration and wonder that filled their soul with joy and excitement. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Alex's journey took them to the farthest corners of the world, from towering mountain peaks to hidden valleys shrouded in mist. Along the way, they encountered fellow travelers who shared their love of exploration and discovery, forging bonds of friendship that would last a lifetime. And as they soared through the endless sky, Alex knew that their adventure was far from over. With each new sunrise, they looked forward to the challenges and triumphs that awaited them on the horizon, ready to embrace whatever the world had in store. For in the end, it wasn't just about the places they visited or the sights they saw, it was about the journey itself, and the lessons learned along the way. And as Alex's flying bicycle carried them ever onward, they knew that the greatest adventures were still yet to come. As Alex's journey continued, they encountered a series of mysterious islands floating amidst the clouds, each one seemingly untouched by time. These islands were home to ancient ruins adorned with intricate carvings and symbols, hinting at civilizations long forgotten. With a sense of awe and curiosity, Alex explored these enigmatic landmarks, uncovering clues to the secrets of the past hidden within their crumbling walls. Venturing further into the unknown, Alex stumbled upon a hidden valley hidden behind a veil of cascading waterfalls. Here, amidst the lush greenery and sparkling streams, they discovered a community of friendly creatures unlike any they had ever seen. These creatures, known as the luminescent elves, possessed a deep connection to the natural world and shared their wisdom with Alex, teaching them the ways of the forest and the magic that dwelled within its depths. Emboldened by their newfound knowledge, Alex embarked on a quest to restore balance to the enchanted forest, which had fallen under the sway of a dark and powerful force. With the help of their luminescent elf friends and the magic of their flying bicycle, Alex journeyed deep into the heart of the forest, facing off against fearsome creatures and overcoming treacherous obstacles along the way. In the midst of their quest, Alex encountered a legendary dragon whose fiery breath could melt even the sturdiest of metals. Rather than fleeing in fear, Alex approached the dragon with kindness and respect, earning its trust and forging an unexpected alliance. Together, they worked to vanquish the darkness that threatened the forest, restoring peace and harmony to the land once more. As their adventure drew to a close, Alex bid farewell to their newfound friends and set course for home, their heart filled with memories of the incredible journey they had undertaken. And as they soared through the skies one last time, they knew that no matter where their travels took them next, they would always carry with them the spirit of adventure and the courage to face whatever challenges lay ahead. In the far reaches of the galaxy, where stars shimmered like distant diamonds and nebulae painted the cosmos with vibrant hues, there lived a friendly alien named Zorblat. Zorblat hailed from the planet Zorblexia, a world of boundless beauty and endless wonder, where creatures of all shapes and sizes lived in harmony under the watchful gaze of their wise elders. Zorblat was unlike any other inhabitant of Zorblexia. With bright, swirling patterns adorning its iridescent skin and a warm, welcoming smile that lit up its face, Zorblat had always possessed an insatiable curiosity about the universe beyond its home planet. While its fellow Zorblexians preferred the comfort of their familiar surroundings, Zorblat dreamed of embarking on daring adventures among the stars. One day, as Zorblat gazed up at the night sky, a shimmering portal appeared before it, bathing the landscape in a soft, ethereal light. Intrigued by the mysterious phenomenon, Zorblat approached the portal with cautious excitement, its heart racing with anticipation. As Zorblat stepped through the portal, it found itself transported to a bustling space station at the heart of the galaxy. The station was a melting pot of cultures and species from across the cosmos, with merchants hawking exotic wares and travelers sharing tales of their adventures among the stars. Amidst the hustle and bustle of the space station, Zorblat encountered a group of intergalactic explorers preparing for an epic picnic on a distant asteroid. Drawn by the promise of new experiences and new friendships, Zorblat eagerly accepted their invitation to join them on their journey. Together, they boarded a sleek starship and set off into the unknown, their destination looming on the horizon like a jewel in the vastness of space. As they journeyed through the cosmos, Zorblat marveled at the wonders of the universe unfolding before its eyes, swirling galaxies, shimmering nebulae, and distant stars twinkling like diamonds in the velvet darkness. Finally, they arrived at their destination, a verdant asteroid teeming with life, its surface dotted with lush greenery and sparkling waterfalls. As they disembarked from the starship and spread out their picnic blankets, Zorblat felt a sense of wonder and awe wash over it like a gentle wave. The intergalactic picnic was a feast for the senses, with exotic delicacies from far-flung corners of the galaxy spread out before them, alien fruits that shimmered with inner light, savory dishes infused with spices from distant planets, and sweet treats that danced on the tongue like music. But the true magic of the picnic lay not in the food, but in the camaraderie and friendship that blossomed among the travelers. As they shared stories of their adventures and laughed together beneath the alien sky, Zorblat felt a sense of belonging unlike anything it had ever known. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, the travelers gathered around a crackling fire, their hearts full of joy and gratitude for the bonds of friendship that had formed between them. And as they gazed up at the stars, they knew that their intergalactic picnic was a memory they would cherish forever. As the night drew to a close and the travelers prepared to depart, Zorblat felt a pang of sadness at the thought of saying goodbye to its new friends. But as they boarded the starship and set off into the cosmos once more, Zorblat knew that the memories of their intergalactic picnic would stay with it always, a reminder of the beauty of the universe and the power of friendship to transcend even the vastness of space. In the heart of the Milky Way galaxy, where planets orbited distant stars and asteroids drifted through the cosmic expanse, there lived a curious little alien named Glorp. Glorp hailed from the planet Zorblacia, a world much like Earth, but with skies ablaze with hues of violet and forests of towering crystalline trees. Glorp was unlike any other Zorblacian, with its shimmering green scales and a mischievous twinkle in its eye. While its fellow Zorblacians were content to spend their days tending to their gardens and studying the stars, Glorp yearned for adventure and excitement beyond the boundaries of its home planet. One day, while exploring the outer reaches of the Zorblacian wilderness, Glorp stumbled upon a strange object buried beneath a pile of stardust. As it brushed away the dust, Glorp uncovered a shimmering crystal that pulsed with an otherworldly light, filling the air with a sense of wonder and possibility. Intrigued by the crystal's mysterious energy, Glorp decided to take it back to its home and show it to the village elders. But as it made its way through the forest, Glorp noticed a group of shadowy figures lurking in the trees, their eyes gleaming with malevolence. Realizing that the crystal must be valuable indeed, Glorp hurried back to the village, its heart pounding with fear and excitement. But before it could reach safety, the shadowy figures emerged from the shadows and surrounded Glorp, their intentions clear. With a burst of speed and agility, Glorp darted through the trees, dodging branches and leaping over roots as it raced toward the safety of the village. But the shadowy figures were hot on its trail, their relentless pursuit driving Glorp to the brink of exhaustion. Just as it seemed that all hope was lost, Glorp stumbled upon a hidden cave nestled deep within the heart of the forest. With the shadowy figures closing in fast, Glorp ducked inside the cave and took refuge among the ancient rock formations, its heart pounding with fear and anticipation. As the shadowy figures searched the forest outside, Glorp huddled in the darkness of the cave, the crystal clutched tightly in its trembling hands. But instead of feeling fear, Glorp felt a strange sense of calm wash over it, as if the crystal were somehow protecting it from harm. As the hours passed and the shadowy figures eventually gave up their search and slunk back into the depths of the forest, Glorp emerged from the cave and made its way back to the village, the crystal glowing softly in the palm of its hand. Upon returning to the village, Glorp shared its harrowing tale with the village elders, who listened with rapt attention as Glorp recounted its encounter with the shadowy figures and the mysterious crystal. Together, they examined the crystal and marveled at its otherworldly beauty, pondering the secrets it held within its shimmering depths. Determined to unlock the mysteries of the crystal and uncover its true purpose, Glorp and the village elders embarked on a quest to seek out the wisdom of the ancient beings who dwelled on the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Guided by the light of the crystal and fueled by their boundless curiosity, they journeyed across the cosmos, encountering strange new worlds and wondrous creatures along the way. And though their journey was fraught with danger and uncertainty, Glorp and the village elders pressed on, their hearts filled with hope and determination. For they knew that the secrets of the crystal held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe and ushering in a new era of peace and enlightenment for all beings, both on Zorblacia and beyond. In the heart of the Milky Way galaxy, where planets orbited distant stars and asteroids drifted through the cosmic expanse, there lived a curious little alien named Glorp. Glorp hailed from the planet Zorblacia, a world much like Earth, but with skies ablaze with hues of violet and forests of towering crystalline trees. Glorp was unlike any other Zorblacian, with its shimmering green scales and a mischievous twinkle in its eye. While its fellow Zorblacians were content to spend their days tending to their gardens and studying the stars, Glorp yearned for adventure and excitement beyond the boundaries of its home planet. One day, while exploring the outer reaches of the Zorblacian wilderness, Glorp stumbled upon a strange object buried beneath a pile of stardust. As it brushed away the dust, Glorp uncovered a shimmering crystal that pulsed with an otherworldly light, filling the air with a sense of wonder and possibility. Intrigued by the crystal's mysterious energy, Glorp decided to take it back to its home and show it to the village elders. But as it made its way through the forest, Glorp noticed a group of shadowy figures lurking in the trees, their eyes gleaming with malevolence. Realizing that the crystal must be valuable indeed, Glorp hurried back to the village, its heart pounding with fear and excitement. But before it could reach safety, the shadowy figures emerged from the shadows and surrounded Glorp, their intentions clear. With a burst of speed and agility, Glorp darted through the trees, dodging branches and leaping over roots as it raced toward the safety of the village. But the shadowy figures were hot on its trail, their relentless pursuit driving Glorp to the brink of exhaustion. Just as it seemed that all hope was lost, Glorp stumbled upon a hidden cave nestled deep within the heart of the forest. With the shadowy figures closing in fast, Glorp ducked inside the cave and took refuge among the ancient rock formations, its heart pounding with fear and anticipation. As the shadowy figures searched the forest outside, Glorp huddled in the darkness of the cave, the crystal clutched tightly in its trembling hands. But instead of feeling fear, Glorp felt a strange sense of calm wash over it, as if the crystal were somehow protecting it from harm. As the hours passed and the shadowy figures eventually gave up their search and slunk back into the depths of the forest, Glorp emerged from the cave and made its way back to the village, the crystal glowing softly in the palm of its hand. Upon returning to the village, Glorp shared its harrowing tale with the village elders, who listened with rapt attention as Glorp recounted its encounter with the shadowy figures and the mysterious crystal. Together, they examined the crystal and marveled at its otherworldly beauty, pondering the secrets it held within its shimmering depths. Determined to unlock the mysteries of the crystal and uncover its true purpose, Glorp and the village elders embarked on a quest to seek out the wisdom of the ancient beings who dwelled on the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Guided by the light of the crystal and fueled by their boundless curiosity, they journeyed across the cosmos, encountering strange new worlds and wondrous creatures along the way. And though their journey was fraught with danger and uncertainty, Glorp and the village elders pressed on, their hearts filled with hope and determination. For they knew that the secrets of the crystal held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe and ushering in a new era of peace and enlightenment for all beings, both on Zorblacia and beyond. Prompt for this story to create video. Title: Glorp's Galactic Quest, The Mystery of the Crystal. Description: Join Glorp, the intrepid alien adventurer, and the wise village elders on an epic journey across the cosmos to unlock the secrets of a mysterious crystal. Filled with danger, discovery, and the boundless wonder of the universe, this animated tale will inspire audiences of all ages to embrace curiosity and courage in the face of the unknown.